Let's go, Dragonstorm. Breach! And show them the power of dragons. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I will be the meanest of them all. I will Hellkite their only land. Which means they won't have mana to cast stuff on the next turn. I'm sorry guys, I need to go for the dirty tricks. And that also pumps Sarkhan, so we can push more damage. Now every Tarkir wins the game instantly. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today probably the best dragon Standard has to offer in, of course, Rakdos version, because we can then use both the Regent, tons of removal, Duress to save our dragons, and also, of course, Decadent Dragon. This card waited forever for this dragon set. You can get basically 3 cards of value by playing this, so this is super high value, and of course Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant, is one of the best dragon cards right now, because it can create a treasure that ramps you directly into 4 mana, and it also becomes a pretty powerful creature. Every time you play a dragon, it gets a +1/+1 counter, so while they are busy removing your dragons, this actually grows to be one of the dragons. And of course we are using the Warmonger to try to hit our extra cards. This can attack on the same turn and draw you a dragon in top 6 cards of your library. We are also playing the Hellkite. Today you will probably see the best way you can use this, and I'll tell you, this actually won us the game with this ability, so this will be fun. And of course Regent to sweep those boards together with all the removal we have, and we even have one Breaching Dragonstorm, so we can keep chaining value when we are out of the cards, and every time the dragon enters you get this basically again, and you basically kinda discover the top non-land card from your deck. So guys, we'll hit the ladder. If you want more dragons on the channel, alright, we can make a lot of decks with them. Subscribe, like the video. If it performs, we'll make more dragons. If not, they will vanish into the eternity, and we don't want this because they are super cool. So guys, let's go to the ladder and see how it goes. Alright, our opponent is going first. We might start with Duress or Exhale. Let's see the matchup. It seems that it will be Omniscience. Yep. That's an interesting one. We can start Duressing them already. I think I will wait one more turn, because I can double Duress. And basically I want to Duress them as late as possible, so they cannot... basically they have 4 cards that win the game, right? 4 Awakenings. So we want to wait until they get them, and then hit them. And this is honestly a pretty nice draw, because now we can go for this. Confounding Riddle. No, we want to hit... Oh, this is rough. Let's go like this. Alright, here is the treasure. This will also help, hitting those spells. Because you need a lot of different mana cores for the dragon, so Sarkhan really synergizes with this. Lockdown. Alright, not what I expected. But it's not the end of the world. Definitely hurts though. And let's go with the Verge on this turn. I could try to steal some cards. They don't have Omniscience, right? So they cannot reanimate on the next turn. I think this is a really good play. Oh man, we actually stole one of the Omniscience. They only have 3 in the deck now. Oh, this is sweet. This is sweet. Blazon. Alright. Prankster. So now it will be way harder for them to assemble the combo. And every turn they have basically like 4 or 5 mana and no Omniscience. You know that they cannot go for the combo. Which means you don't need to Duress them. Alright, let's go for this. I think we go with the dragon. They cannot do the thing on the next turn. And pressuring them is really nice here. Alright, let's go. A ton of damage, but hopefully for a good reason. We basically want to hit them as late as possible when they have combo prepared. Oh, this is nice. We can kill this at like 0 cost. See, and they're not making progress because we stole the thing. Man, this is so good. I will use this later, when it actually matters. Alright, how can we do it? I could kill all of them and start getting extra value. I like this play. I like this play a lot. I cannot play Omniscience, I think, this game. Like, we could theoretically hardcast it. And we can just kill this, start dealing damage, and then they can continue making the plays. Alright, I like it. I think this is a good game plan. Behold the dragon. I really like it. I think we're pushing a ton of damage, and with Sanctuaries, we can push even more. Also, we are using cards that should be normally absolutely useless for the matchup. I could hit them with 1 Duress, because I have spare mana. Right, we can hit them with 1. We will hit them with 2nd later. Let's see, they already... Oh my god, they are stacked to absolute oblivion. I could try to hope they won't get to Omniscience. This is a risky strategy. But without this, they cannot do much. They actually don't have place. So I will risk it. I will risk it. Especially with this. We can start hitting them more. I could also get rid of this. The Arcavios. It isn't a bad play, you know? But I can always get rid of the card that they will take with Arcavios, and they are not using the battle. So yeah, this is better. This is better. And we should have enough mana for Sanctuary and Duress. Tapland. Don't Omniscience me. Man, we took some really high risks, but I think we are doing really nice. Oh, this is good. This is really good. So at the next turn they will Arcavios for something, and then we Duress them. Which means, on this turn, we can start going for the... We could also just go Devastator. This will be 6 damage already. So 10, but this is 1 mana converted cost, so if we play this, they will Blast Zone and Dance Step. Man, this is actually such a fun interaction. So this is way better, I think. I think we are crushing it, man. Bro, at some point, I might cast Omniscience just with the Treasures. Well, that would be hilarious when they realize where's the missing Omniscience. They would normally hit it. So on 1 mana there's nothing here. See, now this will be on 2 counters and it cannot hit Devastator anymore for the rest of the game. So now we will cast this and win the game. I really want them to tap everything and go for Arcavios. Oh, this is really good. Alright, but they are low on mana, so I think we still won. They will get the answers and now they will start chaining the stuff, but I hope it will be too late. They don't have 3 mana, which means, honestly, I will turn this. This is really good, man. Now we basically get all of this stuff extra. We of course go for the dragon. I think we go... So this is 10 damage already, so this is lethal. So that means we are starting with Duress and then we go with Devastator. Man, I really think we played this nicely. See? I knew this card is here. I knew he drew it. And now we will go with Devastator and hit them for more than 10. I think we finessed this game, man. I'm so happy we won. We are going first. We have... some damage. I'll take it. We'll of course start with the Exhale potentially, because we have a dragon. And let's see the matchup. I really want to see some creatures. Alright. Not the end of... So the best card right now is Decadent Dragon. And fortunately they cannot discard it. So it's only those Tarkirs probably. Exhale can kill the Slasher, so this is a bit of a rough matchup. Against Mono Black you actually don't want to hit removal, you want to hit a lot of creatures. So, you know, wonky. Here's your honk. Yeah, this is like the correct call. I still will wait with Tarkir, I think. So they can go for the bad, but then it dies, so it's not a very good deal for them. Alright, that's okay. And we also use black cards, so this is good for Decadent Dragon. And let's go for this one. Alright. A little bit scary, but let's see how it goes. We can get a ton of value from Decadent Dragon. I really don't want to see Annex here, but, well, I will always see Annex. I think it's impossible to play the game where Mono Black doesn't have a turn 3. Like, I kid you not, man. Alright, let's steal the cards, because we will have to do it. And let's start playing the game from behind, because they will get twice the cards that we do for the rest of the game. Slasher is really nice here. Because we can start pushing damage, and I think we can kill the next demon. Do they see the cards? Face down, so they don't see those cards, I believe. Alright. I literally will go for the slasher. I cannot behold the dragon because I actually have no dragons, but I can still cut down. So that's something. They can get rid of the slasher with the lantern. So it's not as good as usually, but I hope it will slow them down. And maybe by some time we get some extra cards. And of course they're burning through life total, but I think they probably will stabilize beforehand. Like, they're really high right now. Alright. We cannot add... Man, this is such an unlucky creature, because you can use cut down after you exhale, but this is so high statted that it still doesn't die to cut down even at -3. So this might actually be a big problem for us. Okay, Tarkir. Honestly, this is kinda okay, I think. Bro, I will need to use so much for this. Oh boy. I could just... Well, Slasher gets back to the owner, right? Owner's control. We can kill it, so it's not the end of the world, but they're still getting good deal. We didn't draw the dragon, which sucks, kinda. Can I try to stall the game? No, they will win probably faster. They have tons of removal. If I attack, they will block, and then we can cut down into dragon. Then they will kill it, and we get outvalued super hard, and we lose. So I don't like this plan. I don't think we have good game plans here, honestly. We need a dragon to kill this, and we don't have one. I think we actually have to attack. They will probably block. I don't think there's any chance we'll win the game by just waiting for the counters to go off. I think they should block. No. Okay. That's interesting. This is a ton of damage. Do we want to go literally double? No, no, no. I think we just go with dragon. We can behold then with exhale, so hopefully we can get some good trades, and then we'll see. We have cut down, we have exhale, so we can make some different plays. Really? Why? What? Do players in Mythic know even how this game works? Like, what? Why would you do it? You want to spend one card so we draw a card? Or exile, like, well, nothing. I think maybe they thought this is in the graveyard. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We can kill it very nicely. Man, if we start the game... Is there any... Man, I can actually trade against this. This is really good. But if they have removal, this is complete disaster. I hope they don't have removal. Man, I think they have. I had to try, alright? This is risky play, but I think if it works, this might, you know, turn it around. But I'm not sure. They should have removal generally. Well, here we go. Here we go. At least we blocked, so we got rid of some damage, but that is a problem. But listen, now maybe we can go for Lifa. I can cut down this, hit them for a ton. I think there is a chance, man. I think we can try to kill them. How much damage is this? I think we are close to killing. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh man, this was the weirdest win ever, but you know what? I'll take it. Sometimes you just win with double invasion on Tarkir because they went too greedy with everything. Oh man, we stole this game. We should not win this. Okay, okay, I see how it is. I honestly think this could go pretty nice. With double Devastator, we can do quite a lot. So this is... We don't know what the other colors. Is this Esper or Orzhov? I have 3 lands, so I probably cannot use too much. I will discard 1 Devastator, because I don't know what the next draws are. Let's go Verge. Verge is very good land for later, and we have double Springs, so even if we discard something, it's fine. Let's see the bounce. Okay, this is honestly the best one. We can kill it instantly, and also they cannot replay it on this turn, so I'll take it. And we will probably cast Devastator on the next turn, so let's prepare. Well, not the best draw of the year. Bro, do I really go with Devastator? It feels so bad, man. Maybe I just wait for later and we just play from Decadent Dragon, steal some cards and then think how we use the Devastator. Like 1-1, I cannot see this doing any difference. Like the bigger difference would be discarding it to Hopeless Nightmare. I think we need a little bit more power. Especially that we have Tarkir, so maybe we can flip it. Our opponent is discarding cards, which is amazing right now for us, because we don't have a good draw. Nowhere to run is a thing. Let's go for Sanctuary. We have all the colors. The lands are kind of important, but because you very often discard Springs, you know, just to their discard. Warmonger is amazing, but they will know where to run it probably. And then we get absolutely nothing. They don't have good targets to use this 2 mana on, so we basically don't want to play into their mana, so, you know, they waste it basically. And with Decadent Dragon, we can start getting some free value. I honestly think we are getting into a really nice spot in this game. We probably will need to get some treasures somehow though. I mean, let's go with the dragon. If they bounce it, that gives us Cardo, and it doesn't die to nowhere to run. So I think they don't have great answers to this. If they go to... Okay, alright, just a good old go for the throat. And here's the Kirin. We have the Mountain. Right, that was a little bit stronger than I expected. I thought they whiffed a little bit more and they have this town and stuff like this. Alright, they will play this, hit the Mountain. But you can see that Devastator right now is way better than before. We will get rid of the Mountain. This will be rough, but Warmonger can give us a ton of value if we have time to use it. I could also go for the Devastator. But then we don't really do anything except attacking. They can do a ton of damage, man. Huh. This is a rough one. This might be the last card to play, to be honest. If they bounce Devastator, I honestly think we have to go for this. I'm not a huge fan of it. If I go Warmonger... No, like I need to be defensive. Like they have those hopeless nightmares, so if they get you to 6 or something, man, you are so dead. And 4/4 is hopefully enough to survive, but nowhere to run will still hit it. I think they will attack and they will cast nowhere to run and debuff it to 1/1. As you can see, 1 and 2 drops in current standard are more powerful than your 5 mana dragon. If I block this, they know where to run this. But if I block this, they still put the counter on this, so it literally doesn't matter. I think we'll just go for this. I think we lost. Yep, we know exactly. Like, you can predict every card they will use, you know exactly what they are doing, they can misplay, and it's fine, because they have stronger cards than dragons. So this will be very hard, guys. I literally have to go for this guy and try to hit something like the Dracosaur. I think this is the only way we can try to recover. They will survey, so their next draw will be really good, probably. I missed. On 6 cards. Okay. Oh, I can... Man, I'm not playing this game optimally. Like, I need to draw more removal, and I need to hit better cards from the top. Like, I'm not playing very well. Oh, man, man, the pain of trying to play a cool deck in Standard. Like, guys, subscribe, because the pain is real. Oh my god, Hex Mage. So they get more value, they deal ton of damage, 6 to be exact. And well, we are drawing clans, which is super cool. Dragon. Honestly, this might be it. Guys, this actually might save us. They should absolutely trade. This creature is way better. Man, our 3-drop is literally the same power as their 1-drop. But it's fine, they have cool ability on this. I wonder how they will play. I mean, we are losing the board, so it doesn't really matter, but they don't know about it. They should absolutely block. The fact that they considered if their 1-drop is worth more than our 3-drop tells a lot. Alright, we can sweep the board now, which is super great. I'm going for -4, alright? Like, I cannot risk at this point. I will go to 2, I believe, which is not absolutely perfect. But now we are in full top deck mode, they have no Hopeless Nightmares, so they shouldn't be able to burst us. 1-1 is definitely not what they wanted. We can buffer it with Soulstone Sanctuary. So we are actually getting somewhere here. Man, there is a chance we'll win this. We need to be super quick about it. Unfortunately, we never could play the dragon, so we never got the value from this. Which kinda sucks, because those are cool cards. Alright. Dragon. Alright, this is good. This is actually good. I will attack first and see if something happens, and we also check the priority. I'll be honest, guys, I think we might win this game at 2 life. They cannot bounce this, really. Do I want to Duress them right now? What can be the card that they didn't play? It wasn't a land, it wasn't a creature, it wasn't a removal. It could be Kirin, but in that case they would probably play it and kill this in response. So it's not a bounce spell probably, at least not instant speed. This town? This town makes sense. I will try. Alright. Alright, you got me. You got me. So that was a bluff, it worked, we wasted a card, but I think it's still nice for us. They have like 2 draws and they need to win the game. Of course, Hopeless Nightmare is instantly good game, but they need to draw it and they already used one. Alright, that is okay. They cannot cast it on this turn, which is super good. And we can start attacking with Sanctuaries. Oh boy. Okay, we need to think about it. We can deal 10 damage, but no more. Or we can go for Dragonstorm and roll the dice. They will kill one of the blockers. They will kill the Sanctuary, which will pump their creature. So I think we actually cannot attack with Regent. I think we don't have a choice. I think the only play we can make is this. Otherwise we die. They kill this, this is tapped, and they attack with 2 creatures, and we die because it's both, like... Well, I guess we could block this one. The other one doesn't have prowess. But we'll win on the next turn anyway, right? They will be at 5. Well, theoretically, they can get 1 extra turn from this. Can we risk that they won't top deck the card? You know what? Maybe? So we block this guy. This one is a 1-1. If they hit Scavenger, they cannot pump. Alright, I think this is worth it. Guys, let's go. Let's go. I think we will kill them on the next turn. If I didn't attack with the dragon, they would get 1 extra draw, so I don't think it's worth it. Man, if we can win this, I will be so happy. Like, we were so behind at the start, man. Like, this Shivan Devastator that died was absolute disaster for us. We invested so much mana into this. Okay, so they literally gamble that the next card is Hopeless Nightmare because they have no way of winning this otherwise. Let's see. Good player would draw Hopeless Nightmare and win. Alright. Oh, they don't have... I always forget about this passive when my opponent uses it. Alright, that gives them the extra turn. Let's go, Dragonstorm. Breach! And show them the power of dragons. This is the moment we've been waiting for. We have cards that do stuff, but it's probably not one of them. But listen, the art is on spot, alright? There's some Dragonstorm in the background. That's this one. So we have a flavor win. And this is a dragon, so we get... Wait, we got the stuff. This is a treasure. Now we can start playing this. However, I will play the Scavenger. First we attack. Because they can try to bounce this if this town ain't big enough. So if I go for talent, I will give them the talent. Kirin. I'm dead. I'm literally dead. And they can also kill one of the creatures. Oh no, not like this. They actually drew something that kills us. But I have to say, they played nicely and they actually got extra time. So that's a rough one. I really hope we can win this, man, but this draw is exactly what they needed. This is unblockable 2 damage. It's slower than Hopeless Nightmare, but good enough. There's nothing I can do about this. I don't have flyers. I cannot make flyers. Alright. Good game. I think this was a worthy attempt, but you can see that it just feels so rough to play against those decks. They have just everything, man. Alright, we're going first. We have interesting opening. Alright, I like this opening. This opening can do a lot. Hello, oh, show me the hand. I will tell hello when I see the colors. Hello. Alright, how do we play this? They have a ton of removal. And I think it has to be the tome. If we get rid of the tome, they need to trade one for... Yeah, because this is their only value. This is their only value card. However, they might draw more. They will have time, so it's not fully over, but it's a good start for us. We definitely slow them down super hard with this. Okay, I want to show this one because this is the weakest of the dragons. It's basically a 4/5 that can kill a land. Even though we have a ton of targets, so it will hurt them. It's not the biggest deal, but being hit by Decadent Dragon is a really big thing. I honestly think we should win this. If we play it right, we are in a good spot. Here's your honk for some dragons in your life. And to be honest, Sarkhan really did nicely on this turn. Oh man, they actually soul party. Alright, this was a good one. Okay. And we cannot play a dragon on this turn. To be honest, this is kinda good play, I guess, because most of the dragons are 4 mana, so they kinda slowed us for one turn. However, the Decadent Dragon doesn't care. We'll try to hit land from their deck, and also from ours, so we will get 3 chances to draw it. We kinda want to force them to remove Sarkhan with removal, so our better dragons can survive for longer. Oh no, it's an Onyx. Oh no, the Onyx. Well, that completely changed the gameplay. Well, with this we will be behind on value forever and we cannot win the long game. No deck can against Onyx. So we actually will try to steal their stuff. If we can get mana for Get Lost, we can try to get there. I really want to go for the dragon, however they will just kill it. You know what? I will be the meanest of them all. I will Hellkite their only land, which means they won't have mana to cast stuff on the next turn. I'm sorry guys, I need to go for the dirty tricks. This is what this dragon does. This is probably the best turn this dragon will ever see in Standard. And that means we're smorking them before they recover. But like, we really hit it. They probably will hit another land, but that will still limit their plays. I hope. And they probably cannot answer both Sarkhan and the Hellkite, which wouldn't be the case if they had to but they cannot play spells. Oh, I feel dirty and also happy that I stole this game, because I'm pretty sure we won by now. Yep, yes please. Let's go for the black mana maybe. With this we should be quick enough to kill them. If you miss like one turn here, they start killing all your creatures because they have ton of removal in this deck. I don't think they have anything for this. Alright. I want to play the dragon, right? They probably don't have a sweeper, so we will go with Dracosaur because it forces an answer. And that also pumps Sarkhan, so we can push more damage. Now every Tarkir wins the game instantly. And of course, if they don't get the demon during this turn, they also lose. So they will have to go for the demon. We de-end it. Yeah, I really feel bad for my opponent because they tried their best. They just had bad draw and we absolutely punished them with Magmatic Hellkite to make this draw even worse. But they just whiffed on what they needed, you know? Well, I will be honest, this is not the best hand. We don't have black mana. We have nice opening, but we need black mana. So I will take a huge risk here. If I don't hit it, I will lose. But if we hit black mana, we can actually do a ton of stuff. Please, give me. I mean, it's a red card. It is a red card. It's scary. Oh, I thought I'd make this. What's up with stops, man? I had all of those stops and suddenly they aren't here. Yeah, it is pretty nice. So I can go with this, or we can kill the challenger, which seems generally a little bit better. Our opponent is nicing because they didn't expect that we have no instants. They expect that, of course, we are playing standard, so the first 2 turns are removal spells, right? Okay, now maybe they just like nicing. Or maybe they realize they are playing against dragons. Well, we won't get double black for the dragon, that's for sure. Alright, here's the Verge. This is a start. This is a start. I could... Man, but this is so rough already. Like, I'm super behind, man. And this is the problem with mono red that I usually talk about. If you whiff for a turn against a normal, like, mid-range deck, you are behind, but you can still play, right? Sorry, this guy is annoying. However, if you have one bad turn against mono red, you are completely out of the game. There's nothing you can do. So, you know, that's the kinda stuff that you are against. Let's go for Dracosaur. So as you can see, we could start chaining a ton of value right now. But we won't, because we will be dead. I could duress them to try to prevent the pump. But I think it's better to just go Exhale and prevent the pump this way. I think it's just better. They will still get prowess on the Swift Spear, or maybe even double Swift Spear, but what can you do? No blockers. I mean, they definitely have something more, right? Alright. The game of chicken work, because we can start flipping this. It's interesting how they play. I expected they will do a little bit differently, like a different turn. I need to be mana efficient, that's why I play like this. So I think I will go for the Claw, because I can get rid of, and you know, the stuff. This is rough, like they're not playing as I expect them to. But now we can start attacking Tarkir, and that should help a ton, I hope. Maybe they're keeping removal for it, you know? But they should already play it, so if they have removal, they already messed up. I think we won the Hellkite. Like, we have all the other dragons, so no reason to stack more of the same type. I mean, this is kinda nicely statted. Bro, like I tell you, they have absolutely zero idea how to play. They literally gave us extra cards for no reason. Mono red players. Oh, bad man. Okay, so how can we play this? I kinda like the Decadent Dragon, because we can get the treasure then. Man, if we weren't one turn behind, this would be such an easy game, but I'm pretty sure we will lose anyway. Like, I think this one turn will be the reason we will lose. So, I will try my best, but I don't think there's much. Yep, 4 damage, and now you cannot recover because they will burn you. You literally cannot miss a single turn and a single draw. Because that's it. I also cannot kill them. If I had double black, I would just sweep this. I'm still mana screwed on top of everything else. Because I could try to duress them, but with... Like, we are double mana screwed. And I know they also play on 2 mana, but they can literally play the whole deck out of 2 mana. As you can see, many decisions. Let's see the thing. Whatever. Just, you cannot miss lands here. And I cannot concede. Alright. That was your classic mono red experience where you have one bad draw during the game and you are instantly out. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed those games. Some of them were pretty painful. So talking about this, let's talk about dragons in standard and all the scores and stuff like this. Before we start, huge thank you to, of course, our amazing patrons that allow us to make those decks every day, to showcase you dragons for your entertainment. And if you wanted to support the channel and say thanks, check out the Patreon, you might like it and you will get earlier decks than everyone else, as a small thank you from my side. So really appreciate it guys, you're absolutely amazing. And about the score, we actually D-ranked with this deck. I went 3 wins, 4 losses, and I'll tell, like, this is just a start of what I have to say, alright? Maybe I did something wrong. I think this is like the best dragon deck we had so far. I have to say, Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant is really smoothing the, you know, the curve out. This is a very powerful card that basically ramps you instantly into those 4 mana dragons. As you can see, all of them are 4 mana or 5, so you kinda really need this. That's why we are playing 4, and it's a great card. The Hellkite is something you probably don't want to craft, in all honesty. It's 4 mana, 4/5 that doesn't really have super impactful ability. Like, that's the truth. So this just feels too weak, man. Like, if I was even thinking, if that was like a 5/5 or even 5/6, I'm still not sure if that would be good enough. Like, it just feels like a bit too weak of a card generally. Of course, I like the Regent, but Decadent Dragon, the problem is that it dies usually. You don't have as many threats, and every deck is absolutely stacked with removal. So I will tell you, even the games we won, like, I kid you not, one of the games that we won were like mono black, and we stole the slasher from our opponent and we played it, and we finally had super strong creature for 3 mana that actually traded against like their 4-drops. So, you know, surprisingly, it just feels, in my opinion, I might be wrong, but I just think that dragons are not at the level of current meta decks. It always feels when you are playing dragons that your cards are just worse. You know, like, you are paying 4 mana for 4/5 with flying. Well, red decks have 3/3 mouse with double strike on like turn 3, and they didn't even invest anything into it. They just played 2 creatures, the rest is free. So you cannot even block with your 4-drop a 1-drop. Basically, you need to remove your opponent's creatures every time because their creatures are just stronger than you. Against Omniscience, you usually don't kill quick enough. That's something I've noticed because we are not super crazy on the early game because we don't have too many 1-mana dragons that, you know, do crazy stuff, right? So basically, you generally don't kill them in time. Very often they can just Omniscience on turn 4 and there's nothing you can do. So, too slow to kill those control decks in my opinion, and not strong enough to actually fight for the bird. Of course we won some of the games, and as you can see you can absolutely win this deck. I think if you are a little bit lower league, I think this deck can be good enough because the deck is solid. But it's just not solid in my opinion for current power level of Standard, where everything is just brimming with power. 1-drops just trade against 4-drops like there's nothing, you know, this kind of stuff. And everyone is absolutely packed with removal, so, you know, most of the dragons instantly die. I honestly think Dracosaur is like one of the ways you can try to steal the game, because this is incredibly powerful card. It didn't hit it too much, so maybe that's one of the reasons that we didn't have a great time. This draws you cards, has first strike, has flying, so it can trade against red creatures super nicely. However, things like, for example, Shivan Devastator. By the way, this is really mythic rare? No way. Oh my god, so basically you pay 5 mana and you get a 4/4. Well, that's a lot to pay for a 4/4. So even though it hits great with Tarkir because you can flip it, so, you know, those cards can synergize and you can steal a lot of value. That's also the reason why I played Sanctuary, so you can basically sneak some damage, like 3 on the battle, and then try to flip it. But it just feels all around so wonky, and it always feels that you are a little bit behind of your opponent decks, and pixie decks can absolutely butcher your hand. So the best you will do is play the final 4 mana dragon, and I mean they will just kill it or just go around it. So it feels very rough right now. This is my honest opinion. Maybe I'm playing it wrong, but I honestly, in many games, even those I won, I just couldn't see myself winning with those dragons because, like, I'm drawing this, I play this, alright, it's a 4/5. They kill it. And that was one of my best draws, you know? So, yeah, guys, unfortunately, I think dragons are not strong enough. So, tell me what you think. Maybe your experience is different. I would love to hear this, but in my games, it just felt like, you know, the dragons are just too weak, basically. So, yeah, and I checked some meta stats. I didn't see any dragons in, like, any, like, high tiers, so I think, you know, I'm not alone in this experience. Tell me if it was better for you, and tell me if you want more dragons, even though they don't seem to be strong enough right now. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow.